Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. Sign up for a 1-week free trial, no credit card required, for access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hello everyone, checking back in on SPY, IWM, and QQQ. Big bad bear day today. Lots of downside gains to be had. I just want to point out a fact where these videos are 3-minute long videos that come out after hours. We are not using them to make our trading decisions the following day based off of. On days like this, we always have people that, put on the YouTube comments, oh, you were wrong because we closed at the high of the day yesterday and you didn't see this coming. Well, no, obviously we did not see this coming, but we were very clearly ready for this. When pre-market, we were watching the weakness. We saw the bearish open with all 5-minute moving averages as resistance, all hourly moving averages as resistance. So we entered the day saying, okay, the bulls need to prove themselves today. Otherwise, we're looking to the downside. So as soon as we saw a broke of yesterday's low, that was bearish signal number 1 to enter bearish trades. Bearish signal number 2 was the low of 2 Thursdays ago, this level that I'm pointing out every night in these videos. And as soon as those two broke, it was off to the races for the bears, and we just saw a snowball effect on big bear volume. So we were bearish from the bell this morning, and it was very easy to do that. When you're comfortable with technical analysis, you can obviously recognize breaks of key support, and it doesn't matter what your opinion was yesterday. You're in the here and the now, and you're making decisions based on the up-to-the-minute action, not based on a 3-minute video that occurred after hours the previous day. So just want to get that off my chest. We're very clearly, we're not, I made my point. So, SPY to the downside. This is the most bearish day that we've seen in over 2.5 months, and it's a red Marubozu candlestick on big time bear volume. So the bears are in full control now, shifting momentum on the daily time frame. Of course, it depends on the time frame that you're looking at to determine who's in full control. Where the bears are in control on the daily time frame, the bulls still have full control on the weekly time frame, which we'll look at in just a moment. The hourly RSI is very low. We ended the day with the hourly RSI down around 20. So that is going to be, we are going to be looking for an oversold bounce to play out at some point tomorrow. The question is just going to be, is it going to be first thing in the morning and then we fade the rest of the day heading into the weekend? Do we see a flush first thing and then an oversold bounce with bullish momentum heading into the weekend? That's going to be the biggest factor that I'm looking for. But we closed at the low of the day. This is the first time we've closed near the low of the day on a big bear day since I would say back on July 6th and back on June 27th. And we did not see follow through either of those days. We saw a very significant recovery, higher opens, and then a strong green day. So if we see another red day tomorrow, it is going to stand out with significant weakness. We lost the middle Bollinger, or the lower Bollinger Band support. We lost the 50-day moving average support, which held the last 4 tests back on those previous bearish days that I just pointed out. Weekly time frame, losing exponential weekly support for the first time in 4 months. Those levels are 244.55, so if we see a red day tomorrow, we will lose those levels, and we're watching for a potential bearish TCG cross. In order for the momentum to shift on the weekly time frame to favor the bears, we would have to see a break of this low of 239.96. That's the key level. So the break already occurred for me on the daily time frame, but longer term on the weekly time frame, still a very clear higher low, higher high pattern until that support level breaks. IWM was our clear bear. We've been saying this for 2 weeks at this point, where it has clearly showed more weakness than both other markets that we cover here. And after the bear flag was confirmed yesterday, a huge dump day today, same red Marubozu candlestick, but because it is dumping from a lower level, obviously the bears have seen really nice gains on IWM. We're taking out all kinds of support levels, and right now IWM is back where it was back on May 31st and June 1st. If SPY was at these same levels where we were on May 31st and June 1st, we would be down here in the 240 range. So that would be where we're at. Obviously, we're not there, so IWM showing just how much weaker it is. The next support on IWM is the 200-day moving average of 135.39, which will be higher, obviously, at the open tomorrow. Weekly time frame, losing the exponential supports last week was the red flag for the bulls. Increased bear volume, losing the middle Bollinger Band, all kinds of bearish signals on IWM, and it's a leader to the downside right now. IWM was the canary in the coal mine, showing this bearish action before it really trickled into SPY and QQQ. Now the question is, how much downside do we see from here? QQQ, clear bear break occurred once we broke the low of yesterday, then breaking that low of Thursday, 2 Thursdays ago. 142.30 was the clear bear break. High bear volume, close at the low of the day. Plenty of gaps to look at to the downside. There's a gap down here at 139.22 that's worth keeping an eye on, and the bears are shifting momentum. Couple indecision candlesticks on the weekly time frame, losing exponential supports. Weekly time frame just fine for the bulls as long as 135.80 still holds. So we still have about $5+ of wiggle room for the bulls here to keep them in control on the weekly time frame with the middle Bollinger Band as well. So same story for both SPY and QQQ. Bulls in full control still on the weekly time frame, looking just fine at this point, but the daily time frame and the volume and the significant bearish action with no sign of a bounce is definitely cause for concern for short-term bulls. So we'll be watching tomorrow to see what kind of follow-through we get. I appreciate you watching. We'll check back in over the weekend.